Hello, Placentia community. This is Eric Holmgren, your ambassador at large with the Placentia Chamber of Commerce. And today we are here in front of the beautiful Bradford House in Placentia. And I am joined by Ronnie from Good Moodra Yoga. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
I am fantastic because I started my day at Good Moodra Yoga.
It couldn't be a better start to the day.
Yes. Yeah. So I can move, I'm limber. I think
Yep,
I'm an inch taller than I was when I started. So
yep.
it's
Got
all
a little
good stuff.
traction. Nice.
Exactly, exactly. So that's my great day.
Uh-huh.
So tell me a little bit. So Ronnie, for those people who haven't had a chance to meet you or come to your studio, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Ronnie. I am the owner of the studio, obviously. I have been doing yoga for over 15 years, and I've had the studio since 2020, where we, opened and closed and opened and closed. But we're here now. We're ready to go. I have two children, a 16-year-old daughter and a 13-year-old son, and I'm just really excited to be here.
Well, good. Well, good. So you've been doing yoga for 15 years.
Mhm.
What is it that kind of got you excited or interested in being a yogi person and, in fact, becoming a yoga instructor?
Yes. So like many Americans, I sat at a desk all day working, and I was previously very active. Like I always had active jobs, but my back started hurting a lot because I was sitting all day long. And so I just started doing yoga at home because it supposedly helped, right? It helped a lot, actually. I experienced zero back pain after doing it only for like a couple weeks, even. But I just kept doing it because I wanted to keep it away. And then come to find out, I stopped doing yoga because my back felt great. And I was like, I don't need to do this anymore. And then I started getting more snappy than I usually am. So I was like snapping at my little daughter. And I was like, I'm not like, why am I so grouchy all of a sudden? And I was like, wait, I used to be a little more snappy before I started doing yoga. So I recognize the mind body connection that yoga really provides. And it allows this like stress relief and outlet that I just wasn't experiencing prior to yoga.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so then you got into it more. And then how did you then transition into becoming a yoga instructor?
Well, my parents owned their own business when I was a kid, and my dad swore that I was going to own my own business one day. That was just his thing for me. And I was like, okay, but you guys are struggling. Like this isn't really a great picture, right? But cool. Like one day, I just didn't really have the guts to do it. I didn't have anything that I was really passionate about, and I started doing yoga at a studio actually that was local to me. And I loved it so much more in studio. It's like a different experience than when you do it online or
Right.
on the computer. And so I was like, I could do this. This is just a room. I could like all I have to do is open up a room, and I could do yoga, and I kind of wanted to teach anyway because it looked fun, and I could work out while I'm
Right.
working. And come to find out, I'm like, hey, I could do one room, make it really easy, or I could add a trapeze. Like, why not
Right.
add trapeze yoga and make it less easy? But that's what I ended up doing because I just kept getting ads about trapeze yoga, and it looked so fun. And then I realized like nobody has trapeze yoga in Orange County.
Right.
Nobody has trapeze yoga, mostly even in LA County and San Diego County. So um, because it looks like a great time, I was like, hey, I'm opening a studio. I'm doing a bunch of renovations. I may as well add a trapeze rigging so that I can
Right.
do trapeze yoga too.
Okay. Well, and that's what I do over there, and I have a great time. It's a great workout. So I can attest to the benefits of yoga and particularly the trapeze version of it.
Less scary than you think, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was really intimidated at first. I'm like, you expect me to do what? You know,
You're
then now I'm like, ooh, I'm the old pro out there
Yep.
flipping around.
The peanut gallery is always available with
Yeah,
Eric. I
yeah,
love
yeah.
it.
So, well, good. So, as you know, with our chamber chats, usually we talk about a business problem you've had or challenge that you've had and how you've overcome it. And so, what's one that you've been dealing with?
Interestingly enough, because we are the only trapeze yoga studio around, we're getting a lot of interest around the Orange County area. Like as far as Dana Point, we've had members from San Bernardino,
Oh
like
my gosh.
driving an hour and a half just to get to the studio. So it's been really neat. It's definitely a draw. It's turning into a little bit of a challenge now, though, because well, we recognize like even though people are coming, they're not going to get a membership or stay long term if they live so far away. So my challenge lately has been bringing people into the studio who are much more local,
Okay.
local to the community, and that could possibly be active members for longer than, their first week.
Right. So what are some strategies that you're pursuing to do that?
I'm a couple different strategies, especially lately. I've been very much targeting more local events, like employee events for like the City of Fullerton Health Fair. I was a part of that. Much of the Placentia Chamber of Commerce
Okay.
events are really great for us because it really attracts very local people. And then also when it comes to like ads and whatnot, instead of just doing a 5 mile radius, which very well could be a 45-minute drive.
Yeah. Given traffic, yeah.
I've been targeting specific zip codes and making sure that the drive to those specific zip codes isn't that far. So I'm really hoping that that helps us turn the corner. I've
Okay.
seen a little bit of change recently, and I'm hoping to see a bigger change once I actually get the zip code marketing done.
Well, and that makes sense because if you're getting leads, you have to spend a certain amount of time following up with them. And then if you find out that they're, quite a ways away, now you've invested in that time to talk with them, or your salesperson has, and then how well they convert is problematic.
Yeah.
So getting something that's a more narrow focus is going to be more helpful. Yeah, I
Yeah,
can see that.
absolutely. And they want to come, they want to try it out, and that's super exciting. It's just, they know they're not going to come back.
Right.
Nobody's driving from Dana Point to Placentia basically for 3 times a week to take yoga classes.
Right.
So
Well, and that sounds like a good problem.
yeah.
Then you just need to then clone yourself and start another studio in some other places. So that way
Yes.
you franchise,
Yes.
however it
And I've been thinking, like, I do have teenagers. Maybe they could be my clones.
Good Moodra
Yeah.
and son or something like that.
Exactly.
There you go.
Yeah, but definitely looking into staffing so we can get some additional help
Okay.
that could take over some of what I'm doing and be able to manage a second or third studio.
Okay. Exciting.
Yeah.
So, Ronnie, it was great chatting with you and learning a little bit more about your business. Before we wrap things up, is there anything you'd like to share with our friends out there in the wider community?
Well, if Eric can do it, you can do it. And
I don't know how to take that.
so many people think they have to be like 25 and like, fitness junkie to do it. But really, it's good for every single person.
Exactly, yeah.
Very beginner friendly. And we always have specials going on right now, 7 days unlimited classes for $37. We'd love to have you guys.
Well, very good. And it's well worth you trekking out. I've had a lot of fun doing the classes. So you've got my business for as long as you're around.
Oh,
So,
thanks, Eric.
yeah.
I love that. He also claps at the end of class. So
I do.
That is
I do.
one thing I'll say. Clap at the end of class. You'll get a gold star.
There you go. I've got a whole bunch of gold stars. All right, everybody. If you want to check it out, take a look at the Chamber of Commerce website, and you can find Good Moodra Yoga listing there, and come and check out a class. And until our next episode, be well.